Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome to the family. My name is Dina. I am very excited because this is a video that I've wanted to make for so long. I've been like, should I do it? I don't know if a lot of people will like it. I love watching these kind of videos. I just love to see people's collections, learn more about the decks, and it's just like a cool way to also decide on what deck set you want to get. So this is the very first deck that I ever got. It was actually the first time I decided to venture into the occult and new age section of chapters. If you can still get your hands on it, I recommend it. It's honest, it's so pretty and it's fun and I love the colors. I was instantly drawn to this deck myself because I was very much focused on law of attraction and manifestation at the time. I was just getting into it. And when I read the back of the box, it said, the magical mermaids and dolphins oracle cards are specifically designed to help you manifest your goals, life purpose, and divinely inspired dreams. I'm like, okay, well that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. So that's why I was drawn to that one. Plus I just love the artwork. I'm not going to talk about them for too long because most of them you can't get anymore or they're really hard to get your hands on. Doreen Virtue recently was born again Christian and she denounced all of her decks and she's extremely against all of her everything she's done, most of her life's work, which is, yeah, it's shocking. It's shocking to a lot of people. I'm not going to get too much into the controversy of that, but I do really like these decks and I just still wanted to share them. So we have the Crystal Angels Oracle cards. This is probably my favorite. Like, I love my mermaid one still, but this, after I set my eyes on this one, I'm like, this is my favorite Doreen Virtue deck. The artwork is by Marius Michael George, so it is a collaboration. Comes with your guidebook. This one's also 44 cards, and they're just so pretty. I'll just show you like some of the cards so you can get an idea. If you can still get your hands on this deck, like I recommend, it's so beautiful. Not only does it tell you like the description of what the card means, but the booklet also gives you a little bit more detail about the actual like crystal that's on it. So as you can see, each card has the crystal name at the top. So this one's malachite, and then it says another word underneath, and it's like prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. But yeah, they're just like, they're really pretty. I love the color. I love anything that's colorful. I just love color. So the next decks that I have from Doreen Virtue are definitely a lot like older, old-fashioned energy. I have the Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle deck and then the Magical Unicorns Oracle deck. These ones are a lot more lighthearted, I would say. So these ones are actually gilded gold, which I love. I'm so drawn to the gilded gold edges. You can see by the pictures of the cards, they are very much old-fashioned. They're really, really cute. So I have to say, as much as I like this deck and I find it's fun to work with, I don't connect with it on the same level as I have my other decks. This one is also really cute, cutesy like the other one. It's gilded gold. I was very, very, very drawn to the color scheme of this one. This one I think I'm a little bit more connected to than the fairies one. Again, they're just like really cutesy. The next deck that I want to talk about is The Universe Has Your Back. This was actually the second deck I purchased after my mermaid deck, and I got this one on Amazon as well. Most of my decks I got on Amazon, or you can get on Amazon. I'll link everything below that you can still get your hands on. This one's more of a quote type card deck. It gives you a lot of different affirmations that you can read just to kind of, you know, brighten up your day. The thing I like about this deck is it has quite a variety of color and artwork. So in that sense, I feel like it can appeal to a lot of different types of people. It's very simplistic in a way too. I really, really like the ones with the moon. I don't know why, I'm just so drawn to the moon. And especially lately, I feel like I want to do more research on Moonology and stuff. I don't know, whenever the moon's out too, like I can't help but stare at the moon, which is really appropriate. You'll see my newest tarot deck that I got. So this is also a 44 card deck, which is typical for most Oracle decks. Some of them are a little bit bigger. Again, comes with your guidebook, and the cards are, oh my God, so beautiful. You can say that I fell in love with this deck the moment I saw it. The first time I saw it was actually from my friend Laura. She had the deck and I'm like, oh, I need that deck. It's just, the art makes me so happy. So beautiful. I love this deck. And it's just, I don't know, the messages are really nice. It's just instant connection with this deck. I could honestly sit here and show you all the cards because they are absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not gonna do that because that would take a really long time, but they're just so pretty. You can kind of see, I'm just gonna do like a, let's do a fan to show you, but the colors are just, oh. My next Rebecca Campbell deck is the Starseed Oracle deck. It's her newest deck, and I should also mention that the artist is Danielle Noel. Rebecca writes it, but Danielle Noel is the artist of these decks. I love this deck. The only downside I have to say that I don't like is the box. Although it was actually marketed as a tool to use in your readings, my only complaint is that it falls apart so easily. That's the only thing I don't like about it, but other than that, the deck is absolutely beautiful. And these are the cards. This is what the backs look like. Very similar style as the artist is the same, but there is a little bit of a difference in the cards here. This one, absolutely beautiful. I actually pre-ordered the deck and I got the larger print, and the print is of this, so I have that in my bedroom. This deck focuses on starseeds, and basically the whole concept of starseeds are people that feel like they don't necessarily belong, that they're from like another planet, or like they have a fascination like with the stars and stuff. I'm not going to go too much in depth with that because I'm not the most informed or the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Learned in that area. I don't know a ton about starseeds. I just know a little bit that I've read through this card, like this deck and the book that it comes with, but I don't know a ton about starseeds. Anything that's, you know, different and about other universes and planets and all that stuff I find very fascinating. Basically, this deck focuses on that, and the cards are just absolutely gorgeous. So this one I connected with right away. I love working with this deck. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. There's a lot more cards there, but highly recommend that deck. Both of these, honestly, absolutely beautiful. I love them. Next deck I'm gonna talk about is my Moonology deck. I've had this one for quite a while. Still one of my absolute favorites. I was drawn to it everywhere I saw it, and then I caved and I'm like, okay, I need to get this deck. Again, it comes with a guide. So the backs of the cards look like this. You have all the moon phases, and the cards follow a pattern, basically like all the different types of moons. So you have the new moon in Capricorn, we have a gibbous moon, and then it has like the message there as well. We have a cardinal moon, we got a blue moon, and they're just like really pretty. I love the artwork on these ones. I'm just like very drawn to anything with stars, astrology. I'm not like a big astrology person. I guess it's more like I'm learning about astrology, but it's more just the aesthetic of it. I just love looking at the night sky. Like I love space. Space just fascinates me so much, and I love learning more about space. I go to these cards very often because they always give me an accurate reading about my situation and where I need to go or be. It's really weird. For example, this card came up so many times for me when I was applying for jobs and the job was not the right job for me at all. And I didn't want to like admit it because I feel like I was in a very stressful place, and I just kind of wanted to believe that any opportunity or possibility that was coming up was the right one for me. And then I do a reading and I get this, I'm like, oh my god, it's a stupid card again. Why does it keep coming up? That stupid card. And then it was right, and I was like, okay, I gotta listen to this card when it comes up. But it's so funny. But yeah, there's obviously a lot of cards. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but I love this deck. I bought it from like a small crystal shop. You can get that one on Amazon. I bought it in a little shop. Even though sometimes it's more money, I prefer to support the small shops, you know, because those are the cute little shops that I want to stay open. They are often run by their families and stuff, and I think it's important to support those people and not just support, you know, the big companies out there like Amazon. So next I want to go on to my Goddess Oracle. It's a Goddess Power Oracle. So pretty. Another one, I was just very, very much drawn to the artwork of this one. So the box opens like this, and it has a message on this side. It says, the mystical, the magical, the numinous, I can't say that word. The numinous quality of life is the domain of the fierce and creative female aspect of the universe. And then it has one of these. I love that it has this because it's so easy to pull out. And this is the guidebook. I love a good deck with a nice solid book, like not just the tiny teeny wincy books that you normally get, and those are fine, but when you get a good solid sized book, it's just so nice. This one isn't black and white, but it gives you a good amount of information. So you get a lot of background information, well not a lot, but a decent amount of information on goddesses. So if you're someone who's interested in studying goddesses, this might be a cool way to start to get into it. It also gives you some spread ideas like most books do. And then I'll have like the card and description, you have the empowerment message, and then the alignment message. And that's the setup for all the cards in the deck. Underneath you have the oracle cards, and again, you can use this ribbon to pull it out. There's another ribbon inside to help you get the cards out, which is cool. So I love when they put that detail, you know, that extra work in there just to make it more exciting. So they are real people, and the cards obviously just enhance with the computer. They add different effects and stuff to represent the different goddesses. Let me show you some of the most popular ones you may know about. There's Isis, Rebirth, Lilith, Independence. You got Aphrodite, Romantic Love. It's cool because this deck encompasses goddesses from all different cultures. A lot of these goddesses I actually didn't even know about until I got this deck. Athena, the goddess of knowledge. And the deck also explains how you can incorporate these goddesses into your daily practice. So now I want to talk about my tarot decks. I only have 2 tarot decks, the rest of them were the oracles. I would say I am obviously more comfortable with oracle. Tarot is very new to me, it's very much complicated, there's a lot to learn from tarot. This is the first tarot deck that I ever got. I recently got a new one and I'm really excited to get to that one, but all in good time. So this is the first one that I got. Right away I was drawn to the artwork, very much drawn to this instead of the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. Everyone says to start with that one because it's like the basis of where all tarot came from, but I do not connect with the old-fashioned style of the cards. So it has a protective cover. So the box opens like this, just like that goddess deck. The message here says, may you always be on the inner quest. And then you have your ribbon here again to help you take the book out of the box. This is the guidebook. It's very, very simple. Has a table of contents, tells you about the minor arcana, the major arcana, the different suits, description of the court cards. So it does give you a little bit of an introduction about tarot, and I have been using this as one of my resources to learn the tarot. This deck is a little bit different in that it doesn't use kings, queens, pages, and knights. Instead it uses mother, father, son, daughter. It'll have a picture of the card, the name of the card, some main themes, and then the description. And they're quite short actually. I have been using another book as well when interpreting the meaning of the cards if I want a little bit more, because they don't give you a lot, but at the same time it's also nice and simple. So if you don't want a lot of guidance, then it's good because it just gives you a starting point, and then the rest is kind of up to you and your interpretation of your reading. Again, you use the ribbon to pull out the deck, and then we have the box. On the back you have the 4 suits, and then you get your cards inside. Again, there's another little ribbon to help you out here. So these cards are small, like tarot size cards. They're not as thick as the oracle cards, which I actually don't mind at all for tarot. I don't know, it's easier to shuffle. The cards in here are so interesting. I like how it's very much like this line artwork, and it's black and white for the most part, but it just has pops of color. Not all of them do, some of them are just black and white, but a lot of them have just like a hint of color or have more color. But just the style of this art really spoke to me, and it's very different. I have to say, learning the tarot with this deck isn't easy because it is very, very abstract. There's not as much storytelling going on in the cards as in the original Rider-Waite tarot, but I find the more I study the messages of this tarot and look at the cards deeply while reading these messages, I understand the choices that the artist made and why she chose different pictures and different images as symbolism for the meanings behind the cards. For example, the Fool represents, you know, innocence, spontaneity, maybe taking that step before you're ready. And then the card, you have this little bird and it's about to take its step off of this branch, and you can understand why she made the choices she made. I find some of them are a little bit harder to interpret than others, but that will all come with time. There's a lot of wildlife in these cards, which I like. So yeah, that was my very first tarot deck that I bought. And I recently just got a new one. Me and my friend Laura ordered this one together. I got the Moonchild Tarot and she got the Starchild Tarot, I think it's called. So this is by Danielle Noel. This is just her deck. She's the artist that did the ones with Rebecca Campbell. And oh my goodness, can I tell you how heavy this is? It's heavy because the cards are a lot larger than the traditional tarot. They are basically oracle sized cards, and you're still getting a full tarot deck, which is 78, plus you're getting 3 bonus cards in here that she created. You get your book first, and this deck's kind of a little bit Egyptian-y themed. This book is solid, and when you open it up, it is in color, which is absolutely amazing. The deck's not super cheap, so you do pay for the quality, but the images are so pretty. So this actually gives you a lot of background. You get some background on some goddesses. You get the history of the tarot in here. You get information on tarot, like the major arcana, minor arcana, court cards, the different suits of the cards, about shuffling the deck. You get a lot of information. You get information about working with the moon. You get a whole bunch of stuff about the moon phases. See all the different moon phases there? It's like so much information packed up into a tiny little book. It's so cool. And then when she talks about the card, she'll have like a little picture of the card. She'll have a little description of what the image is. You get the main themes, inquiry. You have like astrological connections, and then your gemstones or crystals that coordinate with the message. And then you get your description, and then the reverse description if you do work with reversals. I haven't yet. I am still trying to understand the tarot. I feel like adding in reversals right now is just way too much information overload. And then in between that, you still get some, like she talks about her bonus cards and then goes a little bit more depth about that. So you learn a little bit about shadow work. You learn about being a moon child, which I was like, that's a thing too. I heard about this whole starseed thing, but there's so much that I don't know. Whole section on lunar magic, moon spells, shadow light ritual. Yeah, there's honestly so much information in the book. So if you're someone who's been looking into getting the Moonchild Tarot, just let you know, the book is definitely amazing. And then we've got the cards in here. They are gilded gold on the top, and they do have like a little bit of a texture. It's kind of like bumpy. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it's kind of hard to see unless you're in real life, but they have like a yellowy gold, not like a gold, but yellowy gold gilded edges, and they are sparkly. It's really hard to see on camera. These cards are thick, and I definitely feel like I have to work them in because when I'm shuffling them, multiple cards often stick together, and I think it's just because it's a brand new deck. These cards are absolutely gorgeous. Again, one of those decks that I'm telling you, I could just look at for hours, just looking at the artwork. Images are definitely easy to interpret. Like the tower there, you can understand how something abrupt may have happened, unexpected, hit you. There's people flying from the tower. I like her cards because they give off this almost like dream-like world, and it's just really, really cool. The detail, the shadows, and the light in her cards are just absolutely beautiful. Let me show you some of my favorite cards because I'm not going to show you everything. If you guys want like a video just on this deck so you can see all the cards before you buy it, let me know. Oh, I love this card, the Strength card with the lion. I think it's just so beautiful. It's like have like an aspect of light and darkness in them, but the darkness is still like very beautiful. This is one of the cards she gives you as a bonus, the Moonchild card. This is not a traditional tarot card at all. These cards are just absolutely beautiful. Even the details of inside the box she paid attention to. You have the quote inside the box that says, "You are the dance of light and shadow." I am absolutely obsessed with this deck. I love Danielle Noel's artwork. I follow her on Instagram and everything. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Anyways, guys, those are all my Oracle and Tarot decks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, I had such a fun time sharing them with you. Also, if you like this video, make sure you click that like button and subscribe to my channel. It honestly means the world to me. And also click that bell notification just to let you know when I've uploaded a new video. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.